Okay, welcome back to another week of This Week in Hollywood from Hollywood Run, and this week we talk all things Oscars that happened. Okay, so let's just start. There's a lot to get through. Let's start with the best dressed. I'm not going to do Best Dressed. You watch Fashion Police for that. I'm sure they'll go right into that. My best dressed. Okay, Brie Larson. Stunning blue ensemble. Nice little v-neck like this. It was just perfect for her. The hair was, you could have done a little more with the hair, but it was fine. It was fine. Ariana Grande style, and it was just pleasant, and she owned it. Of course, she won an award for Best Actress, and I love Brie Larson. Naomi Watts is my next best dressed. She's sort of like that metallic sequencing sort of, it was a silhouette sort of dress, beautiful, stunning. She has an incredible body, so why not wear something like that? It reminded me of, remember that book, like the Magic Fish or the Rainbow Fish or whatever it was, and it was like a sparkling and it grew its scales. It was kind of like that. That's what I thought of when I saw that dress, and it was just gorgeous on her. My third best look of the night went to Saoirse Ronan. Yes, her name is so hard to say, but it's Saoirse Ronan. That's what you call her. She's from the movie Brooklyn, and she was wearing a beautiful like emerald green. That seemed to be the color of the night that was just popping up. An emerald green sort of, again, very tight fitting, beautiful thing from Calvin Klein, and it was just stunning on her. She has those green eyes as well, greeny blue. So with the greeny eye emerald eyeshadow, it just implemented the dress so nicely, and it was just perfect. Alicia Vikander, she's my fourth favorite. She looked like the Disney Princess Belle in her yellow dress. She referred to it as a dusty yellow, and it was from Louis Vuitton, embellished with these beautiful stitched on sort of silver sequencing sort of things. Again, I'm not sure, but she just looks stunning, and she owned the night. It was her night. She, like Brie, had her hair half up, half down, but she was just a little princess, and she won Best Supporting Actress as well. Margot Robbie, fellow Australian from Neighbours, she was wearing just a beautiful gold gown, long sleeved all the way, and that was just sparkling on her. It was, you know, it was just a night for her as well. Just, Oscars is the time to, like, it's the most glamorous night, like for movies and, you know, that sort of thing. So it's just good that they're owning it with gold or whatever. It's the night. And then there was Rooney Mara from Carol, and she was wearing sort of like this bridal sort of gown, very white, long sleeve, and she's very like a delicate looking, like a porcelain looking girl, and she complemented it with a really dark lip and a hair sort of slicked back in a ponytail, which gave focus just to the dress, and there was like a little diamond cutout just there, which made it a bit more risque for the red carpet, not such a bridal sort of gown, and there was a slit down the middle as well with ruffles, and that was just gorgeous. And those are my best dressed for Oscars 2016. Okay, so now that we've got the best dressed out of the way, again, watch Fashion Police for the worst dress. I'm not going to go into it, except Heidi Klum, you were on my list. Really not into that purple piece of like curtain, petticoat looking tassel window holy thing. So not a fan. It did not do you justice for your figure. I just really didn't like it. That's one of your worst things that you've ever worn. So let's get into the actual moment. So Chris Rock hosted the show, and my god, did he do a good job. So hard to host a show, especially the Oscars. It's such a big night. It's just the most prestigious, and you are criticized, and you are really, all eyes are on you, especially this Oscars, when there was a lot of talk how actors of color were not getting nominated and chosen for these awards, even though their roles in movies were spectacular. As the host, he did his job. He didn't pull out. A lot of actors of color did pull out for the show, including Jada Pinkett Smith and Will Smith, of course, and they were very outspoken about it. Jada, in fact, I think was the one who started the whole thing. He even had a little dig at Jada Pinkett Smith, using an example with Rihanna. Take a look.
And boycotting the Oscars is like me boycotting Rihanna's panties. I wasn't invited.
Well, I don't know if you think that was funny or not. I kind of did think it was funny. You just gotta take it lightheartedly. It was, you know, it's a dig, but, you know, you gotta expect that as a host. A host, that's their job, to dig. You know, Ellen last year, she had ordered pizza for everyone in the audience. This year, Chris went around and tried to raise money for the Girl Scouts, his daughters, to sell the most cookies, and they raised over $65,000 in the audience. That's a bunch of rich audience, I tell you. That's an audience I want to be in, and I want those cookies. I was pretty upset. I wanted the cookies. Kevin Hart also presented an award, and he also made a dig at the whole situation, saying he thought that since he was one of the only ones who did show up as a man of color, he would have been given the front row seat, and he wasn't given the front row seat. To be honest, he was given the second row seat, but he was like, but don't worry, I had this covered in like my sparkly ensemble. I had this thing going on, you can't miss me. And he is a legend in himself. He is ridiculously hardworking and he is so funny. I love him. This is probably an appropriate time to move on to the Stacey Dash incident. Okay, so you would remember Stacey Dash from Clueless many years ago, about 20 years ago I think it was. So recently she came out and added to the whole controversy of the hashtag Oscars So White, announcing that institutions that celebrate like Black History Month or Black Achievement Month or Black Awareness Month and like the Black Entertainment Network, BET, which is one of the major networks in the US, should be abolished. And obviously there was a lot of critique about that, and it caused even more, stirred the pot even more than it already was, and that was not good. Whether it was supposed to be funny or not, I don't know, and people didn't take it very lightheartedly in the audience either. Chris Rock brought her out on stage, introducing our new director of our minority outreach program, Stacey Dash. She made a special little cameo. Take a look.
I cannot wait to help my people out. Happy Black History Month. Thank you.
And so she wasn't there for long. She said a quick thank you, exited the stage, but the faces of the audience said it all. If you take a look at The Weeknd over here, he was like, this ain't good. And Chrissy Teigen, yes, last year she had her famous Oscar crying face. But this year, she, continued her face trends. And she had it was all about Stacey Dash. But girl, can I just say, her pregnancy style is on fleek. She is better than she's one of the most stylish pregnant ladies, and she is just glowing. And recently she's been in the media as well this week about how she came out just nonchalantly and said that she chose the gender of a child. Obviously she's had struggles conceiving in the past. She's gone through IVF. She's chose a female, a little baby girl, which I think is totally fine and good for her. She just can imagine her and John with a girl. Good for her. But apparently people were like, you can't do that. Well, who are you to say she can't do that? Let her do whatever she wants to do. I'm all for it. You go, girl. So we also, what else happened in the night? We had little Star Wars cameo. We had little things going on. And my favorite little man, Jacob Tremblay, you know what I love about him? He's a star and he's fantastic at what he does. But he's still a 9-year-old at heart and in heart, because sometimes you see those child stars and they're just like, wow, you're amazing, but you're so mature. This kid is still a kid. So Star Wars made a little cameo on the stage, and he's a tiny little thing, and he was just just having a look, because when it happens, like as a small person I totally understand, when some tall person just comes along and sits in front of you and you can't see nothing, I hate that. I hate it. And poor kid, little 9-year-old in like the 3rd row, 2nd row, he couldn't see anything, and he was just like, oh. Like, bless his little soul. I love him. Brie Larson was sitting right in front of him, not blocking his view, but right in front of them. And throughout the night, the cameras went back to them, and you could see them taking little selfies together, hugs together, high fives. And when she won Best Actress award, she gave him a little hug, and it was so cute, and he was so proud of her. So Sam Smith was nominated for Writings on the Wall, Best Original Song in a Movie soundtrack, of course. And bless him, he can't do no wrong. He won the award. He was like really emotional, crying, and he got up there and he said, you know what, I read somewhere that no one openly gay had won an Oscar before, so if this is true, I'm not 100% sure, this is for the LGBT community. I support them, and blessed, blah, blah, blah. The funniest thing happened when he went over to the press room after his award, and the press journalist was like, excuse me, congratulations, but unfortunately you're not the first to win in that community. And his response was priceless.
And Sam, really beautiful speech. It turns out you're not actually the first openly gay winner.
Shit.
But
Fuck that.
Two's my lucky number, so it's all good.
Owning it, that's what you need. Just own your mistake. And of course, the most well-awaited award of the night was whether Leo did or did not win Best Actor award for his role in Revenant. And of course, as we've been talking about the last few weeks, there's been a lot of hype about it, and people are like, yeah, he's destined to win. Thankfully, 20 years later, he got his award. Guess who reunited? Jack and Rose, of course, that's Kate Winslet and Leonardo 20 years later, and their relationship and their friendship is just so beautiful. Eyes could not stop off those two, and she was just so proud of him, which was just beautiful. Unfortunately for the rest of the community, his win was the death of our memes. There were a lot of them out there, hundreds and hundreds, and no longer can we sort of use them out because he's a winner. But I saw this one yesterday, and it was just brilliant. It was Leo on one side and Oscar on the other side, and it was like, hello, it's me. I was wondering after all this time if you'd like to meet anymore. He took his time to really thank everyone, really. Went on to climate change. Kanye even tweeted about it after, and he was all in support for Leo, which was nice. I was just really happy that he won the award. So that's all that we've got for this week, the Oscars special. So tune in next week. There's lots more to talk about. Celebrities, things happen every day. If you have a little idea or something you want me to cover, like, comment below. Other than that, subscribe, like, and have a good week. Bye.